Hello and welcome to another video from TW White & Sons Mazda. Here we've got to show you today is our CX-5. This is a 2023 registered car on a 23 plate. This is the updated specification of CX-5. So earlier this year they went through all the Mazda cars, to be fair, CX-5 included, went through a model update where the names of the cars was changed over. They traditionally were always called an SEL, a Sport and a GT. This is the equivalent of what would have been a GT Sport. So if you're looking around at used CX-5s and you see a GT Sport, the new one, which this car is called a Takumi. It is effectively the same car as a GT Sport. However, the body panels, the wheel arches, which are normally this sort of textured black finish, are colour matched to the car now. And this car is finished in deep crystal blue. It has got to be probably my favourite Mazda colour. It looks absolutely glorious on every single car. It's very, very dark. It's like it's probably darker than a navy blue. In certain lights it can almost look black, but when you see the sunlight hit it, you see a very heavy metallic flake in it. It looks absolutely glorious. This car's a super desirable vehicle because it's got the 2-litre petrol engine, which is probably 90% of our business in CX-5 is done with this 2-litre petrol engine, and an automatic transmission. And so this is an incredibly desirable car. There's quite a wait to get one of these new now, probably something like 4, maybe even 5 months. So this is a very credible alternative to a brand new one. This car's registered to us as our demonstration car. And we've had it a number of months now. I think we're about 3 months in with it. It's done about 500 miles. So again, a very, very credible alternative to a new one. The Takumi's the flagship specification. It's probably Mazda's flagship car, really. We do a large platform SUV as well, which is a plug-in hybrid car. But I'd say at our dealership, this is probably the car we sell the most of. It's a wonderful specification, has absolutely everything you could possibly imagine a new car should have. The updated model includes wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless phone charging, wireless Android Auto, and a few redesigns and extra features. Takumi also gets these larger rear exhaust outlets. You don't have that on all the models, but on these ones they're slightly bigger. It's very, very smart. You have a power tailgate on this car. That's something you can do from a button on the key, a button in the car, or a button on the tailgate itself. If you haven't had a power tailgate before, it's an absolute game changer. It's brilliant. Rear boot just hasn't been used, as you'd expect. It's a demonstration car, so it's not that it gets used to cart things around. It's normally just got ourselves and a customer in the car, possibly test driving. It's a fabulous looking car, the CX-5. You've got these lovely 19-inch alloy wheels, almost like a slightly darker than a silver, wrapped in Toyo Proxy tyres, which is what these cars have fitted at factory. And on entry to the car, you're greeted with this beautiful dark brown Nappa Leather interior. So it's not just that it's a colour change and it's a darker brown rather than the black. You can't really tell, to be honest. It's such a subtle change in colour, but it's a much higher quality leather. So Nappa Leather is a softer grain and just a nicer feeling leather. Got vents in the back here to keep rear occupants hot or cold. And as I fold down the centre console, you'll notice you've got heated seats in the back of this car and USB connectivity in there as well. That's only something you get on the Takumi model. You don't get that on the exclusive line of Homura. Heated seats in the back is just on this particular model. You've also got a 10-speaker BOSE stereo. It's one of the best features of the car in my opinion. Before I get in, I'll also show you've got electric adjust. That's 8-way electric adjust with memory function on the driver's seat. Passenger seat is also an electric adjustment. If I start the car up, like all modern Mazdas, it's push button start, foot on the brake, tap that button once and the car comes into life. You'll have noticed that centre screen sort of say CX-5 and then change over to this. This middle dial here is all digital and the other gauges each side are still analogue, but that digital display looks really smart. You have Mazda's multimedia system here. This has DAB digital radio. You'll notice at the side there you've got the logo for wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. If you go into the multimedia system for the navigation as well, this has got integrated nav, so you can still use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto if you want to use maps. So you can use Google Maps and Waze and things like that, but this does have a fully integrated navigation system, Bluetooth hands-free telephone, sections at the top here for all the fuel consumption information. So this is the updated model, so this car does have mild hybrid along with cylinder deactivation. That's quite a recent addition to an automatic transmission car. So again, if you are looking at one of these that's sort of 6 months old, maybe a year old, you might find the mild hybrid car a little bit more efficient because it has that hybrid function and cylinder deactivation as well. dual zone climate control air conditioning system. This car includes a heated steering wheel, hot and cold seats. You'll see the front seats here are ventilated, as well as heated seats, these are a bit more common in cars now, but ventilated is still quite a new thing. 6-speed automatic transmission. They have a fabulous gearbox in these. It's a 6-speed mechanical torque converter box. Electric handbrake, you just have to have your foot on the brake, press it down to take it off, pull it back up to put it on. Really is that simple. The gear shifter itself, you've got a little button on the front of it which you can use to put down into the drive, and then you've got a manual setting if you move it over here, and that includes paddles behind the steering wheel to be able to change gears up and down manually if you want to. Put that back into drive, handbrake on, and turn the car off. You do also have a electric tilt and slide sunroof in here. That sort of, I don't even know what they refer to that as. It's sort of it doesn't have a cover around the outside of the mirror. It looks very, very smart. You also get a 360-degree view camera. I've taken a photo of that in the picture so you can see what it looks like. Power tailgate button down there as well. Car has a radar cruise control, including lane keep assist, so it'll actually steer you into your lane as well as doing the adaptive cruise control, hooking you onto the car in front of you. It's an incredible specification. It's got some very clever adaptive LED headlights as well, and it's a really, really difficult feature to try and explain to you, but if you come and have a drive of the car, we'll do our best to talk you through how it works. But the headlights are incredibly clever. You don't need to put beam adapters on them if you go across to the continent. You can also change that display, that centre dial that's digital, into kilometres at the press of a button, so if you do have to take the car abroad, the car's got you covered. If you've got any other questions, by all means pick up the phone to us. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully we'll speak to you soon. Cheers then. Bye.